Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Okay, on this video, we're gonna go through bunch of games, alright? This is my LG UD69P 27-inch FreeSync monitor, and yes, it does support FreeSync, and I can tell you right away that you get much better response on the controller. And no, it's not my controller, it's not connected to a cable. I just noticed a much better response. Now the trick here is that you're gonna have to go in the settings on the game mode right here, click on the game mode, and then go to the FreeSync right here and make sure you choose the extended. There's basic and extended. Go to the extended. Extended gives you a much better performance. You also have a black stabilizer here, which I use, which definitely helps to make the deep dark levels better on this monitor. And this is a IPS FreeSync 4K monitor. This monitor really is great. It really gives you a much better color detail. It doesn't have the HDR, but that color detail of IPS, it looks really much better here. Okay, especially like right here when you get close to this fireplace right here. Let's loot some stuff here. Here we go. So we'll go through all of these games a little bit here, and let's climb down. Ah, the hell with it. I just jumped. It looks great, even though it doesn't have HDR, but that IPS definitely helps here. It definitely makes it look nicer. But one thing you are going to appreciate about the 27-inch 4K monitor is the fact that the pixels that this resolution of this game has onto this monitor will look much better. Okay, the pixels will look much better, meaning more sharper and vivider. So that way you'll see even more sharper detail on the textures. Like right here, you'll see a much sharper detail on the texture due to a small canvas and all the pixel density being cramped up in one. Think about that resolution of pixel density being cramped up here on this 27-inch, which is small. 27-inch is not that big, honestly. And then you put all that pixel density of 4K, and that's what you're gonna get. But looks pretty good for a monitor. I mean, this is the great thing about the Xbox One X. You can use a monitor. If you have a FreeSync monitor, you can use it, and you can choose to play whether you want to play it on monitor or you can play it on television, and it looks great. So this is the Assassin's Creed, the Origins. All right, we're gonna play a little bit more here, and then I'm gonna switch back to Call of Duty World War II. We'll see how Call of Duty World War II looks here on this monitor. I mean, even without HDR, it really looks good because you have a good monitor. You see, it all depends on what are you feeding this console with. If you're feeding with a really good monitor, then you're gonna have a really good results. If you're feeding in a really good 4K HDR television, like I mentioned in my previous video, then you're gonna see that difference as well. So it really depends on how you're feeding your console and what type of quality of monitor and quality of television are you feeding it. All right. But yeah, you can easily play it on the monitor. It looks great. Honestly, it almost looks as if you're playing it on PC. Honestly, I would be hard pressed to find any difference. Like if I was playing this on PC or on Xbox One X, it wouldn't be a drastic difference. Okay, it wouldn't be a drastic difference at all. It looks great. All right, so I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna jump into Call of Duty World War II. So I'm gonna jump into Call of Duty World War II right now. All right, so here we are on the Call of Duty, and looks great. I do notice the FreeSync here definitely gives me. You see, I'm using my controller left, right, right, left, right, up, down, up, down, and I'm circling it. So this is all in-game engine, all right. And even without HDR, still looks pretty darn good, considering that we don't have HDR on this monitor. So you see, even if you don't have HDR on a monitor, it still looks great. You still have a great quality here. But you got to remember, the one big unique feature here is the FreeSync, and of course the higher density of pixel. Alright, so the higher density of pixels on a small monitor like this will give you a much better detail, perfect detail you're gonna get here. Alright, just look at the textures here on the helmets and everything on these soldiers, and just look how cool that looks. Alright, and this is all in-game, okay? I'm using my controller to control this, alright? Alright, this is not like some FMV scene or something like that. This is all in-game engine, and it looks great. Now there's Captain Pierce. He's gonna show up here any minute now. He's gonna start saying something. Here we go, and whatever. Landing. Now, this actor was in Transformers. He was also in that show Vegas. All right, so he was in a bunch of stuff. You know, his name is James something. I don't know. Forgot what was it. James Dunham or something like that. I don't know. And keep in mind, this is all in-game engine. Like, this is not some cutscene. This is all in-game engine. This is all happening as you were seeing it. The GPU is processing all of this. All right, so it looks great. It looks great on the monitor. It really does. By the way, this monitor is matte finish, so you're not gonna have that much of reflection when you are, you know, which is perfect. Every monitor should be matte finish. You should never get one of those glossy monitors. That's a no-no. As you can see here, it really looks good. It looks detailed. The beach looks detailed. You do have a little bit higher textures here, so that helps. You know, having that higher texture detail here definitely helps. Look at the textures on this this cemented barrier right here. Look at the detail on that. Now, the reason you're getting even sharper detail on this barrier right here with the barbed wire, it's because now you have a higher density pixel ratio on the small canvas 27-inch monitor, and on top of that you're getting the higher texture detail that the GPU it's rendering. And this is the results. Now, FreeSync definitely helps. You see how smooth and fast that is? It almost looks like as if I'm holding a camera, like in Saving Private Ryan. You know, this is the same kind of movement cameras that Spielberg used when he was filming. You know, kind of like, you know, documentary style. There was a guy behind these soldiers, and, you know, well, I got shot. But you guys catch my drift. You know what I'm talking about. You see how quickly it loads? It doesn't even take that much time. It loads really fast, really quick. All right, so let's play a little bit more. I'm trying to go through these games as quickly as possible, as if I can, you know. There we go. And, you know, another thing that's very important, I think I already mentioned this, it is really hard for me to depict this through my camera. You know, with the monitor, you really have to be there in person to see what I'm talking about. It really feels as if you're playing a PC, honestly. I mean, I think that's the best way for me to describe it, as if you're playing on a PC. I think that's the best definition that I can use to describe how it feels. So yeah, it feels like you're playing on a PC. Honestly, it's the only way I can describe it. And look at the detail on the soldiers and everything. Like they're trying to give this guy CPR. Now this could be graphic for some of you, so. But I want you to see this. I want you to see the detail. I want you to see the sand. Keep an eye on the sand. Look how detailed the sand is on the textures. And with a higher pixel density. And of course, IPS panel helps it look even more better. You know, there's a lot happening here on this game, on this D-Day landing. And it's not a, you know, secret that they were being inspired by Saving Private Ryan. With this whole... Oh, look. Oh my God. Look at that. Alright, let me go ahead. Look at this guy. He's like lost. He lost his helmet. He's disoriented. Look. Not one bullet hit him yet. Wow. Dude, what's gonna happen to him? Oh, he got shot. It's over. Alright, let me go quickly over here. Jump in. And then look here. Look at the texture detail here that you're gonna see. So it really looks great. There's no question about it. If you can find this monitor for $300, I highly recommend that you buy it. Honestly, you're not gonna regret it. You will have much better performance. You will have a PC-like experience playing on Xbox One X, and you'll be able to spend more time playing on the monitor. It's not going to strain your eyes than opposite of you playing it on television, big giant television. So if you can get this monitor like really cheap for $300, definitely go with it. All right, so let's jump into a Star Wars Battlefront 2 really quick. All right, let's jump into Star Wars Battlefront. All right, here's Star Wars Battlefront. Should load up pretty soon, right here. All right, so here we go. I chose my fighter. And we're gonna start playing right now. This is the space battle multiplayer. I'm playing a multiplayer here, and as you can see, it looks fantastic, man. And with the Freesync, it's even better. Okay, it looks even better, man. Just look at that graphics. Look how beautifully it looks. Look at the ocean. Look at that ocean. Just look how detailed that is, man, on the ocean and everything. Now, this would look much better on the HDR, of course. I'm definitely going to get this game. This game's coming out, I think, on Tuesday, I believe. The 14th. November 14th or something like that. Or I could be wrong. Maybe November 17th. I don't know. I'm not sure. Either way, it's coming. And it looks great. Like, looks great on this monitor. I'm not going to fight. I'm just want to show you how it looks. Alright. So there you get to see it a little bit. You get to see the detail and just how greatly it looks. Obviously, I recommend that you play this on a 4K HDR monitor or 4K HDR television. But if you choose to switch back to a monitor and you can find this monitor for like $300, you can't go wrong. You know, you're still gonna get the benefit here. All right, let's jump into a single player really quick. I just want to show you single player mode really quick, and then we're gonna jump into Need for Speed Payback after the single player here. Anyway, there were some issues with the EA servers, so I had to go ahead and quit the game. But anyway, you saw how it looks. I showed you the multiplayer. Now we're going to jump into Need for Speed Payback. Alright, so here we are, Need for Speed Payback here. Looks good. Obviously, this game, it's native 4K, so it's gonna look even more better because now we're getting a true native 4K here on Need for Speed Payback on the Xbox One X. So expect this thing to be a looker right about here when it loads, okay? And as expected, yeah, it's sharp, razor sharp, razor sharp detail. Looks fantastic, as expected. Now you're getting the same treatment as Forza 7 here with native 4K, with a slightly higher textures than the PlayStation 4 Pro. It looks great. It performs well. Performs great because now you got that Freesync, okay? Now you got that Freesync in charge here and runs really smooth. All right, let's speed this up. Let's see if I can win this race. Let's see. Go. Here we go. Oh, come on. No. Oh, I knew I was going to screw it up here. You know, there's no question that Need for Speed was inspired by, you know, the illegal street racing back in the days. That whole thing that kind of started in Japan and made its way through Latin America, Mexico, Canada, and of course LA, New York, and some other places. And then, of course, The Fast and the Furious, the first movie, pushed the whole thing with its success, and the rest is history, obviously. Everybody knows that. Come on. And if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me on there. I know some of you guys are, you know, into this whole street racing, read a street racing magazine, so you probably know a little bit better than me. But I think I was pretty close in terms of that history of illegal street racing. Now Japan still holds that title, you know. I failed here because I have to be a first place. Okay. But as you can see, it looks great. No issues whatsoever. Runs smooth. So what we're going to do next, we're going to jump into a Forza 7. We're going to go ahead and jump into Forza 7 really quick here. All right. All right, here we are, Forza 7. Let's go check it out really quick. It even says Xbox One X enhanced. A lot of these games, they let you know that they're enhanced. So you really can't. Look how fast that loads, man. Let's not forget to mention this as well. This console, not only does it perform well, but it loads well as well. So the loading time is pretty good as well. Okay, let's go. Let's just do a quick single player here. We'll do a free play. We'll choose something really quick. All right. We're going to go with... let's go to the setup. Race setup. I'm going to go with... Let's see what we have here. We'll go to Circuit de Spa. Circuit de Spa, and then we're going to go to select the car. We'll go with something other than this. We're going to go with, let's go to Pontiac, dude. I like this Pontiac. Let's go select the car. And let's start the race. Go to race. Here we go. And it's loading. And I just want to say the loading, it's really not that long. It's about 22 seconds. Give or take, you can count it honestly. 22 to 23 seconds, and you will see it being loaded up. I think we're in the 15th seconds, 16th, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, about 23 seconds. All right. So here we are. We're going to start the race. Here we go. And it looks fantastic because you're getting that native 4K. And quite honestly, I don't see barely any difference between me playing this on the Xbox One X or me playing it on the PC. When I do a comparison between the PC and the Xbox One X, there will be some difference here and there because I can adjust it to higher ultra textures, right? And I can set everything on the ultra, texture filtering on ultra, right? I can maximize it. But it really, you would be hard pressed to see a drastic difference between a Xbox One X version and then the PC version. You would be really like hard pressed to find that difference between the two. It looks great, especially on this monitor. It really looks great, runs smooth, no issues with my controllers. You can see here, runs smooth as a butter. The textures are really nice as well. Even the shadow textures are really nice as well. Now this car, it's a Pontiac, so don't expect it to run super smooth. It's not customized for racing. It's just like, it's a decent basic version. Now let's go inside. Let's check out the car inside here. It looks very detailed, looks very nice. Obviously, I highly recommend that you guys use a racing wheel when you're playing this game. I highly recommend that you have a racing wheel. I recommend that. But as you can see, it looks great. It looks detailed. No problems, no issues here. Runs smooth as it should. Even without HDR, you can still appreciate, that IPS panel, giving those colors more vibrance to it. So, and I play this on this exact same monitor. I play this on this monitor, the PC version. I connected my Alienware 17 beefy laptop, and I did not notice, honestly, when I put these two games side by side, when I do that test soon, most likely this week, you will see that there's barely any major. There's some differences, obviously, but those are nuances. But there's not going to be like a drastic difference between these two, okay? They're not going to exist. There's not going to be like a drastic super difference. And it performs well, like on a controller. The Freesync definitely helps to keep it steady. Now this car doesn't handle that well, but it definitely, the controller, it's very responsive. There's no input lag. It's smooth. All right. Okay, so let's jump into Gears of War 4 really quick here. All right, let's do that really quick to end the video. Gears of War 4. All right, here we go. Gears of War 4. Let's check it out really quick. All right, here's Gears of War 4. Let's do it. All right, let's see how long it takes to load. Let's check this out really quick. Let's see what the speed of loading time here is. All right, so it took about, I don't know, like 18 seconds. Like I said, like the first thing I noticed is the higher texture detail, obviously. And you can see that higher texture detail here. On the elevator, on the characters, especially on her, you'll see that higher texture detail that's being used from Xbox One X GPU Scorpio. I still call it Scorpio because this really I always remember it's Scorpio. The EX really it's not gonna mean much to me. I just call it Scorpio. That's it. Sorry, deal with it. I don't think Phil Spencer would mind if I call it Scorpio. So go right ahead. It's fine by him. It really, honestly, when I do this, I'll use my GoPro camera when I do these comparisons for 10 minutes to give you better clarity. And you will see when I do these comparisons between Gears of War 4, Forza 7 on PC version, and Call of Duty on PC version versus the Xbox One X version, or Star Wars Battlefront 2 versus the PC and the Xbox One X version, you will see it's not like a drastic difference, okay? There are some differences, but it's really not a drastic difference. You're still going to be, immersed into this, okay? It's still going to look great. All right, the textures, everything here will feel much better. Now let's not forget the FreeSync. The FreeSync definitely helps the performance here as well. Now, if you're somebody who never had a PC or high-end PC and you've just been playing Xbox One 2013 fat version, or you only had Xbox One S, then for you, this will be a huge step up. You will notice like what a huge step up this is, okay? In terms of quality, and performance. And I can tell you that it reminds me of a PC because I played a PC version like righteously, all right? And I can tell you that there's not like a major drastic difference between the two. Of course, in the PC version, you can adjust it and it can look a little bit better, but it's not a drastic difference, all right? It's not like night and day difference. So it's truly remarkable what we are getting here on the Xbox One X on a console. On a console that's only $500 and even includes a 4K player and 4K streaming and even 4K DVR recording for about 2 minutes, okay? Which is pretty cool. So, which I will cover that as well, okay? All of these elements will be covered. So this is what, my 7th day or 8th day or something like that. 7th day of me covering this, I think 7th day, covering this console. And I can tell you that this is definitely impressive. And it's impressive how far the consoles have come, okay? How far they have advanced. It's pretty remarkable. So, if you want to know the answer right now, I'll give you that answer, which I already gave that answer in March of this year during the E3 announcement. This console easily justifies that $500 price tag, okay? It's easily justifiable. There is no questions about that. I mean, if you can't afford it, well, it's a different story. But the price is justifiable, all right? The console easily justifies the price of you paying that $535. Okay, you want to know that the full price of US tax dollars is $535. So that's how much you're going to need. Okay, you got to pay that $35 tax. Sorry, but it is what it is. You got to pay the piper. That's in US tax dollars. I don't know what's in euros and pounds or quids up there in UK or Canada. I don't know. That's something you guys will have to figure that shit out on yourself. But I'm talking about the US tax dollars is 35. Okay. And I'm going to end this video here. Like I said, looks great. Even without HDR, this is a great monitor. If you can't find this monitor for like a really good deal, for like, I wouldn't pay $400 for it. I would pay $300 or $350 if you can. But if you can get it for $300, this is a must buy. You should definitely get this monitor. This is the best 4K monitor you're going to get right now at the moment, especially for the Xbox One X. All right. It doesn't have HDR, but hey, it still looks good even without HDR. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys like this video. I try to cover as much as I could here on this half-an-hour video. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate everything you do. This is the only reason I'm able to do this is because of you guys. Thank you. Appreciate all the support. Have a good one, and happy holidays. Enjoy it.